This is the tech demo for The Witcher 4. This just came out today. It already has almost 2 million views. This is huge. Damn.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Wow.
What you just saw and are going to see now is running on
really
standard
nice.
PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called
really
Kovir,
nice. Holy
and you'll
shit.
get to explore it in a game. Right now,
Isn't it crazy The Witcher 3 came out over 10 years ago?
Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
I don't know what it's going to show
everyone,
at all. It's a tech
meet
demo?
Kelpie.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So, well, let me see how she looks. I feel like she's... Yeah, I mean, I think she's hot. Yep, definitely. Absolutely. Perfect.
Kelpie.
Yep, she's hot. All right.
So just like Geralt and Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal.
What is this?
So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed.
Okay, that's
and
good.
we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded.
Yeah, this looks really good.
And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Yeah. I've always felt like this kind of stuff, I mean, for video game developers, gamers don't really care about this. This is never going to sell a game. Like, if you want to make your big AAA, magnum opus game and you want to add this into it, that's fine. But, like, this is really a waste of time, and it's something that only 1% of people are going to care about or make a decision about. But it is cool.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself.
Yeah, this looks really nice.
So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
And it's important to keep in mind here is that while this is on a PS5, this is clearly a tech demo. This is not a actual client of the game running. So I would not imagine this to be a one-to-one replica of what you would expect whenever the game comes out. Hopefully it's close, but just keep that in mind.
Wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage.
That's a lot. God damn.
And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render.
Yeah, this is something that they've added in. Like, I think that a lot of people... So Unreal Engine gets a really bad reputation because Unreal Engine can make a potato look like Lord of the Rings. And you buy the game thinking that you're buying Lord of the Rings, but you're actually buying a potato. And yeah, sure, that's a problem. But at the same time, Unreal Engine, when it's used at its best, like, for example, Black Myth Wukong or Expedition 33, is phenomenal. And I think that too many people look at Unreal and say Unreal is the problem, but the real issue is just bad development, and the barrier to entry with Unreal is so low that you have a lot of bad games that look good because of Unreal. Arc Raiders, yeah, exactly.
Dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes. which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri.
Yeah, that looks really good. I'm really curious to see how much this is going to look like the actual game. Because like the truth is, like if I go back to my mind, this is the way I thought The Witcher 3 looked back whenever it came out. You know how, like, you know, whenever you're a kid, you think that, like, Ocarina of Time or, like, Majora's Mask or something, it's like, oh, wow, like, this is, like, just like real life.
Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade, and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
Okay.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Not her again.
Oh.
Not even at the land Exeter Fair!
What the fuck?
I present him with a fish for the furry rat.
Is there a bear there?
And a bear's weight grants good fortune.
This is impressive. Yeah, this is really good. I mean, I would say in terms of like visual fidelity and quality, I mean, this is pretty much the cutting edge.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how
That's really good. Holy shit. Damn.
responsive the world is.
Jesus.
Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Yep.
Last of it, is it?
Fuck him.
Silver, round ones, jingle in the purse.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
That looks pretty good.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you.
Oh.
As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you.
It's crazy to see how much better the character facial animations are than, like, again, I just keep comparing it always to Assassin's Creed Shadows. It is not even remotely fucking close.
Now,
This is so good.
Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to
Are you sure this is real?
the Manticore.
I mean, this is it's
flattened
a
your cars.
cinematic, right? I mean,
Devoured your men. Quite the opposite.
Manticore. No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Rugged me ladies after one of them.
Girls, get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Interesting, something
Jesus.
more. Got mackerel cod, all Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of
This is a
tech to
lot.
play here. Even in a simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal Smart Objects, Chaos Cloth, and more.
Yeah, And all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah,
That's a good way to look at it. I remember seeing videos of Red Dead Redemption 2 that had stuff that had, like, you know, a comparable level of complexity to it, like some guy chopping wood. I was really impressed by that.
Closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity.
Remember Avowed?
They should react to changes in the world around them.
Yeah, this doesn't remind me of
But
Avowed.
the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
E3 Cyberpunk flashbacks? Yeah, there's a lot of people that are worried that this
But
is
the
just going
great
to be a tech
performance
demo.
deserves a huge crowd, though. Let's crank it up.
Oh, there's even more people. Okay. That's a lot of
So
people.
you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business.
Wow.
And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri?
Okay. Let's see it.
We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
I think he's right about that. You're seeing more and more open world RPG games come out, and I think they're becoming more popular. And like the only issue that I think people have with open world games is like that one meme that I saw. Like where's the meme? I don't know if I can find it or not, but it's something like this. Where is it? Oh fuck, maybe I don't have it here. Yeah, well either way, it's the things just becoming farther and farther away. It's the same base game, but it's just things farther and farther away. Yeah, the open world thing. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like open world games are great. It just depends on how they're designed and how they're made. Open world equals less story. I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't agree with that.
R2.
We're almost done.
I don't think that there's like what I respect games that allow you to. Like, like as long as the game is being true to its vision, I think that's what matters the most, right? So if you want to have an on-rails game like Armored Core 6 or like Black Myth Wukong, I think that's great. If you want to have an open-world game like Elden Ring or, I don't know, Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon, that's also great. It just depends, or Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, exactly. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Yeah, and so like it just depends on what the game is and if you're making a good game. That's what matters.
Before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Damn.
Onward, Kelby. We worked.
That looks really fucking good, guys. I'm gonna be real. That was really fucking good. Looked great.
Thanks, guys. Seriously, it looks amazing. And we've also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So here's Julien to tell you even more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Let's see it. All right, let's see what we got going on here.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
Great to be here in Orlando. I spent a lot of time on this demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for
this
the
is
release.
fucking insane. Like, especially that last scene. Let me see if I can go back to it. This is nuts, man. Look at that. That's insane. It looks so good.
Our main goal for the release, which was performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality. And of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect.
That's what matters a lot.
So let's check it out.
Like, I always want less detail and higher frame rate. Frame rate matters more to me, infinitely more to me, than detail in the game is. Obviously, best world is both of them, but if I had to choose, it's frame rate and playability.
Starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees, just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine geometry, so we had to rethink how trees are created and displayed. To create them, we developed Nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest.
See, this is the thing, is that get ready to see a million fucking video games that have these trees everywhere. Like, as soon as you guys see the assets, it's hard not to see them, because a lot of people start using these.
They are instanced thousands of times and used like building blocks to assemble trees in different ways.
Yeah, a little bit.
And as you
like
probably noticed with the wind effect,
not with Unreal 5, but
they
other
even
assets.
support skeletal animation, which runs on the GPU.
Yeah, it's insane.
Thanks to assembly, we greatly reduce the storage,
so they have the skeletons of the trees that are being rendered, but not the actual foliage.
Memory and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest, the challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance. Let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here.
Jesus.
Lots of details.
Do you know what's crazy is that one day they're going to make Unreal 6. Isn't that nuts to think about? Can you imagine that?
But this triangle representation
7,
is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping. And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation. But in reality,
this was a pretty big thing that I think Unreal did in general that a lot of people like probably might not realize, is that the dynamic culling that they have for the pixels and like how much each thing is detailed is very much based off of like where the camera focus is. And I think that's one of the big ways that they save energy and save time, or save memory.
You'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel. Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving it to the mainline as we speak, and it will be available for everyone in 5.7.
Wow.
Another thing I would like to share is that ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast, with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released.
I'll believe that when I see it.
And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS.
I will say, like, the visuals for this, again, are phenomenal. This is amazing. I love the way this looks.
On consoles. And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more. Now let's talk about chaos physics. For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling
I need to give this to Blizzard so I can put this in WoW.
up and interacting with each other. Even for complex setup like Series Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flash, we introduce procedural muscle activations to make deformation and motion more natural. Your artists will still have control over
That's
tetroid
really
roll
fucking
simulation
impressive.
and train ML
That's
models that
extremely
run
fucking
fast
impressive.
in real time. We now support the baking of fluid surface data into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost. This is going to give you high-fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation.
Jesus.
For animation, we work on both performance and fidelity. Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our Molds character motion matching solution.
Wow.
We also added motion matching.
Yeah, usually it's like it goes into, like, there's one where it looks okay, but all the rest of them looks like dog shit. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah.
Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic.
There's a lot of games that are doing that now.
We now have a secondary layer of animation
Final Fantasy
driven by
16.
physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebacks. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework, which we are releasing as experimental in 5.6. We built it with performance first in mind. Animation evaluation are now running in parallel off the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads. This is really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively.
This is a setback that I think that's something that was, I'm not sure, but this seems like something that was happening to the developers of Kingmaker. You know, like that was the game where it was like the guy that comes in from like the future and he's in like the, you know, like a medieval warfare and he's in a tank or whatever. And he said in there, they said they can't do it with Unreal 5 yet. And so that's why Kingmakers was being made with Unreal 4. So I think that changes like this are being done specifically to alleviate that concern.
Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance. And the three biggest improvements we made are physics state creation, which now runs async, improve runtime PCG for ground scatter on GPU, and a new FastGeo plugin to stream static geometry. And just to take a different example, in City Sample, the streaming time was cut down by 90% while moving at high speed. We focus on a lot of areas for performance in 5.6. And mobile is no exception.
This is crazy.
We work on better defaults and scalability settings for mobile and minimize the default package size.
Spider-Man
we also improve our workflows with a UI refactor of the viewport toolbar and content browser, an on-device iteration workflow, and a mobile preview solution. So there you go. Unreal Engine 5.6 is all about performance, and it's available today.
Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, no, that looks really, really good.
Please go enjoy the tech talks and session we have for you guys and come chat with us. And now, please welcome Chris from the MetaHuman team.
So they're probably talking about like other like character stuff. I might look at more of the Unreal stuff later on tomorrow, but like I'll look at the Witcher stuff now. This looks really, really, really good. Like I absolutely think this looks great. Like the character models I think look pretty decent as well. Like that looks good. I mean, absolutely. So yeah, check the cinematic trailer too. No, I will. I'll watch the cinematic trailer as well. But yeah, it's a trailer tech demo. I know it's a trailer tech demo, but it does look good. I can't wait to see how the game plays. Yeah, I'm really hoping that it plays well. I mean, again, there have been a number of games, like, I mean, Black Myth Wukong was like a similar level of quality, I would say. And that was Unreal. And so if you thought that played well, I could pretty much expect this to play well. Now, this could be a Cyberpunk situation, right? I mean, you can't rule that out. There's a possibility that it could end up sucking and being bad, but let's hope that doesn't happen. No forced ray tracing, though? Yeah, have you played Witcher 3? Only a little bit. I never beat the game. And let me see here. Witcher 4 trailer. Okay, so let's see the actual trailer. But yeah, this looks really, really good to me.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. Where's Virna, Gyro? Oi! The devil's after him! He's running from!
Oh. Oh shit. Close the door, idiot. He lost all his money. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Is it Griffin? No, that's not a Griffin. Damn. Oh, that's the fucking thing from the other cinematic.
Salt.
Wow. That's a lot of loot.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Yep, she's definitely hotter. 100%. Absolutely. Totally looks like girls that would ignore me in high school. Absolutely. That's exactly what we were looking for. Fucking perfect. Yep. All right. And what's she doing now? Yep, absolutely. And yeah. Same brother. Yep, same brother. True, true, true. And anyway, Promising Protagonist, yeah, I mean, it looks great, obviously. And yeah, it looks like the original. Yeah, I would say so. And overall, I think it looks really promising. I mean, the demo looked really good. Everything about it looked really good. Yeah, I'm not sure about the voice. I don't know. I'd have to hear more of it. And I think also, like, a lot of times with the character's voice, there are times where it doesn't make sense at the beginning of the game, but then after you kind of just play the game for a while, you just acclimate to it and it becomes normal, right? And so, yeah, we'll see what happens. But the first trailer looks like not the final game anyway. Yeah, this looks great, man. And GameSpot did a hands-on review of Crimson Desert recently. No, I'll play that when it comes out too, absolutely. And watch the full trailer, bro, from the Witcher channel. No, I've seen that. I've already seen it. I saw it whenever it came out. But yeah, this looks really, really good. I mean, it goes without saying that I'm going to play this a lot on release, right? Like, I'm obviously going to play it a lot on release. And hopefully it's a good game. I think it will be, right? I think this will be a good game because the last game that they made, Cyberpunk, the, you know, like Liberty City or whatever, Phantom Liberty, was good. Like, that's the way that I base every decision. If the last game was good, then the next game will be good. If the last game was bad, then the next game will be bad. So yeah, it's that simple. On your 40th birthday, yeah, wow. And yeah, it releases in 2029. No, it does. Wait, what? No, it doesn't. I think it probably comes out next year, right? Like, I'm pretty sure this game comes out next year. That's what I would assume. So, yeah, is that right? Like, I think it's no, 2027. After 20, really? Wow. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, shit, if it the thing is, if it takes longer, it takes longer, man. Like, I don't complain about that. I don't give a shit. I mean, if it takes that long, then whenever they're ready, then I will play it. It is actually that fucking simple. Like, I don't need to be like, oh man, like, I've got to play this game. There are so many video games that I haven't played, and you want to know example of one that I haven't finished? I never finished The Witcher 3. So how am I going to complain about this game not being, oh, it hasn't come out yet? Yeah, you haven't even beat the next one. Or the last one, I mean. Yeah, you haven't finished Cyberpunk 2? Yeah, I never finished Cyberpunk. There's a million other games for me to play. When it's ready, it's ready. But either way, the game looks really good. And, yeah, visuals look amazing. Like, the cinematic, like, this to me is just like, I don't really give a shit about this, to be honest. Like, there are a lot of really good video game cinematics. I think this one looks just fine. There's nothing really special or, like, unique about this. It's just, wow, it's another video game cinematic. But, yeah. That's really it. How can you call yourself a gamer? Well, hey, I think that actually this is more relatable than anything. I think most gamers start games and then they never finish them. That's the norm. So I would assume so, right? Play Red Dead Redemption off stream, you'll love it. I'm already going with one game off stream. I don't know if I want to go with the second one already. But yeah, that's pretty much it.